Greetings, YouTube. I saw an article online yesterday coming out of Drummondville, Quebec. Apparently, the province of Quebec has decided that secular schools must teach religion as a topic to their students, grades 1 through 11. Specifically, how it is integrated into Canada itself. So it's going to cover the religious traditions of the people of Canada and the historical context of faith. There will be a number of Christian denominations, the Aboriginal faiths of the people that lived there before the Europeans showed up, Jewish faiths, and I believe they're also going to touch on some of the faiths of peoples who have moved there, including Islam. Now, this isn't indoctrination, this is simple education. Information that these faiths exist, that they have existed, how they have affected each other, and how they affect the modern world. And this, to my mind, is how you handle religion in a secular environment. It's not a single faith. It's trying to cover faith as in the context of human culture. Now, a number of parents are upset about this. In fact, I believe the article says that there were 1,700 parents of children that wanted their child to be excluded from this course, and they were denied that exclusion. The students were told they had to remain in the class. And they mentioned in the article that the Catholic Church itself, which is the dominant religion in Quebec, believes that a good Catholic person has to be informed about other faiths. And, if the Catholic Church itself, which is, again, the dominant faith of Quebec, is saying that it's okay if our members learn about other faiths, I don't see the problem here. Now, we have here a woman complaining that during the trial, this went to court, of course, and the judge is the person that said, no, your kids actually have to learn this stuff. During a trial, the children's mother testified that she did not see why her 7-year-old son needs to learn about Islam when he is still forming his own Catholic spirituality. It's all very confusing, she said. So she's afraid that if her son simply learns of the existence of a different worldview, that will somehow negatively impact his own worldview. I don't think she's giving her 7-year-old a whole lot of credit there. But there's one beautiful quote in this. What parents were demanding was the right to ignorance, the right to protect their children from being exposed to the existence of other religions. This right to ignorance is certainly not protected under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Freedom of religion does not protect the right to know what is going on, not know what is going on in our universe. Which is a really refreshing view coming from a court system. A really refreshing view coming from someone that's saying that ignorance is not a component of a modern 21st century education. I was so thrilled by this article. I wish that this judge would move to America, set up shop, and start telling school boards here that education does not include ignorance. That simply being informed of the existence of something is not conversion. It is not indoctrination. It is not propaganda. It is simply telling people that yes, you have a certain worldview, but other people have different ones. This is what they believe. Because if you think your faith is so weak that simply knowing about the existence of another religion undermines your faith, then your faith isn't worth anything. And if you have a God who is so petty that the mere knowledge that there are other gods or other people who worship your God in a different way, then it's time for you to go find a new God. One who has a tad more intestinal fortitude. One who's willing to accept those that come to him or her and will ignore those that aren't interested. That doesn't require everyone to play the same game. Who isn't going to take their ball and go home if everyone doesn't march in step. So I applaud Quebec in this decision. Education should be about exposing children specifically to things they would never be exposed to anywhere else. Ignorance is not a component of education.